Okay, so yesterday I decided to purchase a Maven Trading prop firm account. Now, personally, this is my first ever prop firm account that I'm ever buying, and I'm going to be honest, I got scared when I actually bought the account, and I'm like trying to think about how I'm going to actually trade this because Maven Trading has a profit target of 9% for the first phase, and I was thinking about it and I'm like, can I actually do this? So one thing that I'm doing right now is I'm recording my journey, what I've done, the way I've traded, and what I've done to actually pass this challenge. If at all I pass it. If I don't pass it, then the record is still out there and then I can review it later on and know what I did wrong, whether I over leveraged, whether my psychology was bad, all those kinds of things. That's the main reason why this video is going up. Now, if the video actually helps someone who is going to buy a challenge for the first time, then that's also quite nice. I'm happy about that. Now, I personally trade ICT's concepts, pure ICT concepts, not mixed with supply and demand, no Wyckoff, no nothing, pure ICT. So I'm still learning, but I'm diving in. Now, I want to preface this and say, don't ever just study ICT's concept for a month, 2 months and think that you're going to automatically become profitable. I've been studying these concepts for about 2 to 3 years now, and I think I found my Forex model. I'm still trying to find a model that will fit me for NASDAQ and maybe ES. That would be US 100 or NAS 100 and US 500. I'm not sure if I found a model yet. When I do find a model, then I'll start trading NASDAQ. It's the NASDAQ that I'm most interested in. ICT is interested in the ES. I just have this love for the NASDAQ. Don't know why. But yeah, that's basically the entire intro. So today that I'm recording this is the 2nd of July, and you guys should probably be seeing this video. Well, it should be uploaded on the next Monday, so that's next week Monday. So everything you see in this video is just basically my analysis, how I entered, and the results of the trades. So let's get going. So it's morning right now. It's Monday morning. I don't trade on Mondays, but I wanted to give a quick top-down analysis of all the Forex assets that I normally trade. Now, I trade only 3 Forex assets. I trade gold, I trade the Euro USD, and I trade GBP USD. These are the 3 Forex assets that I normally like to look at. Gold is my favorite because why not? So on the monthly time frame for gold, I see that price just took out this buy side liquidity right here, and if you draw your fib from this high to this low, you'll see that the monthly range midpoint is right here, which is what I have marked out, and it's there. So I think that price is going to be pulling back there. Now, I don't know whether it's going to go below this wick and react to this fair value gap here. That's up to it. When we get there, we shall know. On the weekly time frame, price is a little sketchy. I can't really tell what price wants to do. I can see this fair value gap that it's in right now, but I can't really say that I know what price wants to do based on this weekly time frame. I can see that it reacted from like the middle of the fair value gap, so it could probably push up before it continues going down. That's totally up to it. But on the daily time frame, this blue box is the weekly fair value gap, and that's the midpoint of it. You can see that price has been respecting that, so I think we might see higher prices based on the daily chart. And if you draw your fib from the high of the 20-day CLTr range, you can see that equilibrium is right here, and we have this bit of a consolidation here. And right now I'm looking at this high. That's the high that my targets are at the moment, because I want to see price go above that. Then I'll look for some higher prices to maybe above or something else. On Euro USD, if I look on the monthly time frame, the first thing my eye always goes to is this breaker block right here, and there's a small fair value gap which price has been reacting to over here. on the weekly time frame, when I move down, I see that price touched this order block right here. There's also this fair value gap which it traded through, but I don't really know what it wants to do right now. This is the order block it bounced bounced from this order block, and now I'm looking at this weekly fair value gap to know if it will act as supports to continue going higher, or if price will just trade through it and continue going lower. That really depends on it. Now, when I move down to the daily chart, this is the 20-day IPTA range. If I draw my low to high here, midpoint is somewhere above this weekly fair value gap. Let me just do it so you can see there. And price reacted from the weekly fair value gap and pushed up. So my target right now is this high here, 109,762, but it's still unclear right now because price could do anything. As you can see, it's Monday and price is pushing down, so it really depends. That's why I don't trade Mondays. I wait for Monday to validate whether my analysis is correct or not. So I'll move over to GBP USD now. On GBP USD, the first thing I always see is this fair value gap, and the midpoint of it is 128,330. Price got to that and seemingly is having a reaction from there. So it's unclear right now what price wants to do here. If I move over to the weekly time frame, I can see that price is within this range, this low to this high, and I don't know what price wants to do right now. This order block right here is a daily order block. It's basically the wick, and then there's this weekly order block. So I'm thinking maybe that price will push down, because if you look at the range, which you can see right now from low to high, price has not fallen to a discount yet. So I think price may want to pull back to a discount PDRA, one of these two, before we look for higher prices. On the daily time frame, price just reacted from this order block over here, and I think it's going to continue to push lower until we get to this order block or this order block. I'm watching the mean threshold of these two order blocks to see what price is going to give me. So these are the three Forex assets that I look at. Now, I do look at NASDAQ, like I've already said before, but right now I don't have a lot of confidence in trading NASDAQ yet. So that's why I don't plan on trading NASDAQ for this propfirm challenge. That could change later on in the future if I can find like something that I can say with confidence will work for me. But until then, I'm only trading Forex pairs for now. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and if I see a trade, that's what you guys will see. Okay, so in Nigerian time, it's currently 19 minutes past 12, and I literally just remembered to actually record this. I won't be trading tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I'll actually start trading on Wednesday. That's because there is a US bank holiday on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and I don't trade US pairs or US assets when there's a holiday. So I will see you guys actually on Wednesday, not on Tuesday. Okay, so it's Wednesday morning and I'm looking at gold right now, and well, a lot of things have happened. Yesterday was Independence Day, so I didn't trade, but right now the trade that I had in mind was to see price go below the Asian range and then attack this buy side liquidity here. Then from this buy side liquidity, I wanted to see it go all the way down to this order block here, which if you draw out your Fibonacci from the range low, which is here, to the range high, which is there, you get that equilibrium is right below here, and there's this order block here. There's also this fair value gap. Now looking at this, you could wonder, why the hell am I looking at this if price has already come down to it? Here's the thing: if you draw out your Fibonacci at that time, price did not react to anything, just this fair value gap, and the fair value gap was in a premium. Let me show you. So like, look at this. Look at this. It didn't even, like, And I don't even, and on the higher time frames, I don't even mark out order blocks with their body, with their wicks. I mark them with the bodies. So all I expect right now is I want to see price run out that liquidity, their relatively equal highs, and I want to see it push down to a discount, and then we look for a further buy up to this daily fair value gap. Now here's the thing, price could also just be going there straight, because if you look on the daily chart, there hasn't been a market structure shift. And because of that, we could also see that just this high will be taken, which means that it will get to probably the fair value gap first before it does a pullback. That is totally possible. I don't know. I would like to see it just give me a small pullback first before that, but if it doesn't, then that's fine. So let's see how today goes. Okay, so it's 7:12 in the morning. It seems like gold wants to give me an entry. While I'm also looking at gold, I'm also looking at Euro USD, which took out this low from Monday, and it was right where the previous week's midpoint was. So let me show you. This was the last week. It was pretty much a very, very undecisive week, and that's the middle point of the lower end of the wick. And basically what I was expecting was for higher prices. So I'm still expecting higher prices after price touched this fair value gap. So this morning, for me it's morning because I'm in Nigeria, in New York time, this is 12 o'clock. So price took out the Asian range low and also took out Monday's wick, this gigantic wick over here. So I'm now waiting for an entry. If I were to use an order block, then this right here is my entry. This very big order block is my entry. If I'm using a fair value gap, the midpoint of this would be my entry on a 5-minute chart. But I'm using a 1-minute entry where that's the low that was taken, and this is a market structure shift right here. Of course, this here is also a market structure shift, but then this market structure shift happened right after this, and I normally like to use this. I'm using the midpoint of this fair value gap here. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for price to come back to this, and I'll be risking, I think, 0.5% for this, and I have a 50 pip stop loss and I have a 50 pip take profit, which is just shy of this high over here. I don't like to aim for more than 1 to 5 as a risk to reward ratio. I have a 10 pip stop loss, so that's that. But I'm still watching gold. Gold is the one that I majorly want to take a trade on. So I'm waiting for it to take out the Asian range low, and then I'll go from there. By the way, there's also news right now. So Euro news in a little bit. That's in 30 minutes from now when I'm recording this. So I'll see how all that goes for me. For now, I'll catch you guys maybe when I'm entering the trade or maybe after the trade. Don't know yet. Okay, so it's 9:19 in the morning. The trade, as you can see, went well. In case you didn't understand what was happening in the sped up clip, when I set my limits at this fair value gap, here, I had set it with a lot size of 1. And apparently the leverage that 8cap gives is not enough for that, so it didn't get triggered, it got rejected. When I noticed that, I had to go in with a market order, and the market order slippage brought me in here. So I just looked to the left and I saw this reclaimed order block, and I said, fine, that's good enough for me. There's no need to be panicked. So I left the trade to run, and it ran 58.6 pips. And then I closed it manually. Now, during silver bullet hour, I saw this fair value gap. I missed it, actually. I came back and then I saw it. So I waited. I also missed this one. So I saw this one here. Sorry, this one here. I wanted to see it become an inverted fair value gap. So I just got stopped out of the second position now. I wanted to see this become an inverted fair value gap. So I wanted to see price trade through it. So I said, when price just came back in, I bought and I left my position to run. So right now I am up $5,360. So that means I just need to make $90 more and I will pass phase one by God's grace. So I'm waiting to see what will happen. But yeah, that's how this trade went. So I had to cut to the next day because I was in school and I wasn't able to actually make some recordings yesterday. So I took a few losses here. What was actually happening was I was expecting price to go up to this buy side liquidity and then fall. But if you check on the 1 minute chart, I did not even get an opportunity to get in, because if my chart will actually load, price broke, market structure shift, 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 and it did not pull back. But of course it did pull back to this breaker block, but I wanted to see it pull back all the way here. And also, if you use the ICT ATM method, then you would have entered here, stop loss above here, take profit somewhere there, and you'd be good. But those are not methods I use. So right now I favor shorts more than long. That's because I want to see price draw to this 4-hour order block here. So if you remember from my analysis yesterday, I was expecting price to fall to a discount price. This low here is a target, a potential target for sell side, but then this order block is like the final place. I took 2 losses yesterday. You'll see them by the side of the screen now. So I want to see what price does. Does it take out the Asian range high or the Asian range low? If it takes out the Asian range low, then I'm going to assume that it wants to come back to this fair value gap and then potentially this wick to continue going. If not, then I'm expecting that it will pull back, take out this sell side liquidity, touch this order block, maybe even go lower than that, and then pull up to the daily fair value gap. Because if we look on the daily charts, yeah, that pretty much looks standard. So price is pulling back into the order block again, but this time around it didn't give a market structure shift, one that I like, so it's iffy. I'm looking at the order block body here. Price has not touched it yet, so let's see how price reacts from this body here, and then we'll move from there. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I almost got caught in this trap. So I waited for the Asian range to get taken out, and then I was waiting for my market structure shift. On the 1 minute chart, I saw this market structure shift. I saw these ones as well, and then I saw my fair value gap, and I was about to set my limit, but then I was like, that can't be right, because I can see this buy side liquidity here on the 15-minute chart right here, this high here, and price was just pulling away from it. And I'm like, my experience has told me that anytime that happens, there's going to be a problem. So I was expecting a run and then probably into this order block here. Now I don't know how far price is going to reach, because like I've already shown, if you check out the range, that's where equilibrium is. And at that point I'm like, why not just rebalance this and then come up to all that way there. So I think price may come to this order block here, give us a reversal all the way to the Asian range, and sorry, the Asian range low, and then we'll go from there. But I just wanted to show this kind of a trap. Like, anytime you want to trade with ICT's concept, make sure that there is no liquidity above you, or make sure that liquidity has been taken ahead of time, because you can get caught in a trap like this. Like, if I had taken this now, I'd be in about 30 pips drawdown, and I don't know whether price is going to reverse from here. Like I said, I want to see it touch the order block, or at least give me something to work with from here. So we'll see how that goes. I'll update you guys if anything comes out of that. It's 16 minutes past 9 right now, and I don't like the price action the market is giving me, so I have not taken any trades. I'm up $300 on the account. All I just need is $150 more in order to get phase 1 passed. And if price does not give me a clean setup, I'm just going to wait. So right now price is at around 1918 for gold. So I'm just watching. Well, I'm watching passively while doing other things, because I can't sit behind the charts all day. So if price gets to the Asian low and decides that it's going to reverse to the order block, then so be it. If it doesn't and it just keeps tanking, so be it. I've missed the move. The price action I saw, although I saw an entry for myself, I wasn't confident in it because I really wanted to see price touch the order block above. But that's the thing, you're not going to catch every move. Like, sometimes you have to sit out some moves, you have to miss some moves. I am very, very salty about missing this move, but oh well, it is what it is. So it's exactly 10 more minutes to the end of London close. By Nigerian time, it's 9:51, and essentially what I saw was this was the low that was created before price ran up there. Maybe price wanted to run below it. I heavily doubt this, but maybe price wanted to run below this and then push up to the order block, or maybe just to this high, somewhere up here. So I'm looking at getting into a trade right around here somewhere. So the midpoint of this fair value gap, or the 3-minute order block itself, apparently, yeah. So I'll use the midpoint of the 1-minute fair value gap. I don't know if this will work. If it works, okay. If it doesn't work, okay. I'm not really chasing a trade right now because I have an idea of what I want. Yeah, it's a problem. That's a problem. I don't like that. I don't like that. When my stop loss is not below the low, I do not like that. Now, I could easily just increase my risk. So instead of using a 10 pip stop loss, I use a 15 pip stop loss. But I'm already trading on a side that I'm not very, very confident in. The only reason why I'm still trying to get this is because I believe that price is going to go up to that order block. So I'm going to try to make this work out for myself. So I'll use the middle of the order block, the 3-minute order block, and I will see how price goes from there. So guys, all glory be to God, I just passed my phase 1. I'll show you guys the trades that I did in just a little bit. So I ended up with $452 profits, and I took a total of 6 trades. I was so scared when this last gold trade was about to trigger, because I thought it was actually going to go awry. All I can say is glory be to God. Glory be to God, honestly. If he hadn't just oh my God, thank you God, all glory and honor be ascribed to your name. So my phase 2 details have already come. Like, I literally just passed as I'm recording this, and my phase 2 details are already in. So I'm waiting for New York session. Then if I see a setup, by God's grace I can take it, and hopefully I'll be able to pass. If I can pass, then yeah. If I don't pass, then yeah. God, my system is lagging. Okay, so it's New York session now. 7 o'clock in the morning New York time is New York session kill zone for me. So the other block I was looking at actually got not disrespected. It got disrespected very hard, as you can see here. So I was looking at this buy side liquidity, and like I said before, if price were to get to this high, then I'm like, why not just fill this in? Because this was just unexpected. Like, this move down was very unexpected, and it didn't give any opportunity for anybody to get in, except maybe if you were using ICT's ETM method. Like I said before, you could have entered here, or you could have entered here, stop loss above here, but that's not what we use. So I'm currently watching to see what price does. Now price came here, it took out that buy side liquidity, came here to check the low of this fair value gap. The low of the fair value gap is 1925.74. What's the high of this candle? 1925.74. So that's making me very, very cautious now, because price could give me a setup anytime soon. And I'm currently editing the other parts of the video, so I hope I don't miss this. But the last time I saw this kind of a thing happen, I sort of got iffy about the trade, and I didn't take it, and it still went my way. So we'll see how it goes. If I get a proper market structure shift, this low here will be my market structure shift. I can also use this one if I want to, but I'll use this. If I get that, then probably I'll get in. But truly, I would like to see this fair value gap like filled in and not just left behind. But let's see how things go. All right, good morning guys. As you guys can see right here at the bottom right, it's Friday the 7th. So yesterday, before I cut off the video, I think price was still trying to go up. So on the 15-minute chart, I was expecting price to come up to this imbalance over here. I was expecting actually to go all the way up to this wick. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. It came all the way up to this, then 1:15, that's 1:15 p.m. my time, news started and price tanked, like it tanked, and it took out every single low that I had in mind for a price target. I had this low as a price target. I had this order block here as a price target. Price did not respect this at all. It went straight to the midpoint of the wick. So as you can see, I had already marked out the sell side liquidity, thinking that it would pass through and come down here. So when it reached here, I started noticing that it was giving signs of weakness. So on the 1-minute chart, I then started looking for a setup. So I saw this swing high, and I was waiting for price to try to take it out. This was the main one I was looking for, which is why if you look at the Twitter post that I made right around that time, you will see me saying that I want only this high to be taken out, after which I'll be expecting higher prices. So when price took that out, I dropped down here to the 1-minute chart, and here is a fair value gap. Now here's the thing, here's the problem. If you measure out the midpoint of this fair value gap right here, give me a second, the midpoint comes out to 1906.32. So let me put my entry there, 1906.32, and if I use a 10 pip stop loss, then I will be looking at a low that is not below this low. And I am normally not very comfortable whenever I'm taking these kinds of entries. I'm not comfortable with an entry, or rather a stop loss, that is not below at least this low by just a little bit. So I had this order block marked out, but then there's this propulsion block right here. Now, in case you don't know what a propulsion block is, then that means you probably have not watched ICT's month 4 mentorship. You should probably do that. It's the core content. Basically, it's just a bearish candle that comes back into a previous bearish candle. So I measured out the midpoint of this, and you can see that the midpoint is 1905.30. So that is where I set my entry, and the aggression. Like, I set this limit and then I left the house because it was afternoon. I needed to go and pick up something. It's most of the time in the afternoons I normally have class or I'm going to pick up something. So I left the limit after I saw this market structure shift, because this was the market structure shift I was waiting for. Set my limit and went on my way. And I was scared when I looked at my phone. I was expecting to see price just running. It had already hit my TP. Now, I have a little gripe with the broker, which I'll get into in just a little bit. My entry is 1905.30, but you'll see that they negatively slipped me into the trade. Now, in case you don't know what negative slippage is when your limit order or your sell stop order is put in at, for instance, in a buy limit will put me in here. Positive slippage will put me lower than where my entry is, while my stop loss remains the same. So that means that if my stop loss is hit, I will take a little lesser of a loss than if it was higher up here. But in the case of the 8-cap broker, I don't understand what beef they have with doing negative slippage, because what they do, this isn't the first time it happened. It also happened with the market execution I did on my first phase. They will literally slip you negatively. So that means that they set my buy limit higher. That's where they executed me and got me into the market, which means that if I had lost the trade, I would have lost more than 1% of the account, because you can see price was very, very aggressive here. Literally the candle, it finished up in one candle. But either way, that's done now. And yeah, I passed in less than 2 days. That's still scary to think about, but yeah. So I think I'll give my thoughts in the this latter part. Okay, so here are some of my personal closing thoughts on this video. First of all, I want to say this. When I was starting off this video, did not expect that I would actually be able to pass this challenge in a day. Like, I thought personally that it would take me about 2 to 3 weeks to do. I am extremely very happy that I was able to do it within 1 week. But I still don't consider myself funded. I only consider myself funded when I have done 2 withdrawals from this account. That's when I can comfortably say that I am actually like a funded or a proprietary firm trader. Now, if you watch this video, if you got to this part of the video, I want to just say, please, if you are new to getting a propfirm account, just like I am, this is my first ever propfirm account, don't try to force yourself to do what I just did. I know that it will pressure a lot of people. I literally did not have this in mind. I swear to God, I did not have this in mind. I know that there will be someone out there who will feel pressured to try to do something like this. Please don't. I love trading aggressively. I'm an aggressive trader, as you guys should have noticed. When I started the challenge, I was already planning on risking 2% of the account. That's what I normally like to risk on big accounts, 2% of the account. So that personally is the kind of risk that I like to take. That may not be the kind of risk you like to take. You like to take small risk. If you're that kind of a person, please stick to that. Maven Trading has unlimited trading days. That means that you can trade your phase 1 and your phase 2 for life. It doesn't matter. You will pass it eventually. Don't try to pressure yourself to do it as quickly as I did. And I wish you good luck in trading your own propfirm account. I'm happy that I passed mine. Yeah, so I plan on doing a review of Maven after I get my first payout. I've already got my certificate and I got my live account. Now, I know there are some questions that people are going to ask. Let me answer them quickly. Question number 1, and I know I'm going to get a lot, is how fast do you get your accounts? When I paid with crypto, I got my account immediately. The payment was processed, which was a few minutes for me. I paid via Binance and I paid with BUSD, not USDT. The instant I passed my phase 1, my phase 2 details were already sent to my Gmail account. Now for my phase 2, when I actually got negatively slipped in the account, I had to go into Euro USD and take buys. And that was when I noticed that when you actually reach your profit target, Maven, or rather 8cap, just automatically closes your trades. They close it in profit. So they close my trade automatically and then they disable trading on my account. So that's what will happen. And then immediately that happens, you get an email saying that they're reviewing your account. It took me about a day. I sent them my KYC, and literally on Friday, I passed on Thursday. On Friday, I got my account. So that's the speed of it. Now I know there are people who ask, so I'm just answering all of those questions right out the bat. Now, if there's any other detail that you want to know about before I do my review video, then please leave them down in the comments. I'll look at them and I'll try to answer as many of them as I possibly can in that video. But other than that, I wish you good luck in your trading, and like I said before, please don't try to do what I just did. I'm honestly, I want to say I was lucky, but I know it was God. Really, I know it was God, because some of the trades I took are not trades that I normally take. My eyes just went to setups that were literally not things that I would normally see. I know that it was God, but I'm going to not make this too religious because of people who don't believe in God. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I wish you good luck on your trading. I'm not going to say subscribe or anything like that because I don't even plan on uploading videos that often. I only created the channel to keep a record of my trades. That's why the channel is literally called ChristLoverstrades. I'll see you guys later. Peace, guys.